Hello and welcome to my unboxing and first look at the Legiones Astartes Mark 6 Tactical Squad for Warhammer the Horus Heresy from Games Workshop. They're right here in this box and they will cost you £47.50 for 20 of them. I know the box art only kind of shows 5, but yeah, there are 20, it says right there. And this is what they did with Mark 3s and Mark 4s. They bundled them in a box of 20. Still difficult to get hold of Mark 3s, Mark 4s not so much, and these Mark 6s, they're very plentiful. You can find them anywhere with a discount. Super, why are you unboxing, why did you buy this set separate, and why are you unboxing it and reviewing it and things when you get it in the Age of Darkness set? Well, because they do release this set separately. I needed some Mark 6s, I'd run out. I needed some for both Emperor's Children and for some of the Death Guard. Like I'm not having too many Death Guard in Mark 6. The majority will still be Mark 3 along with Dark Angels and Imperial Fists. But yes, I can also use them for Raven Guard. Raven Guard will be mainly Mark 6 as well. So that's the front cover art. Lovely. All of the Warhammer Horus Heresy cover art has been fantastic. These are the 100%. This is the size they're going to be. You've got the Tactical Sergeant, you've got the Legionary with Legion Vexilla, and a Legionary with Nuncio Vox, and there's the 20 of them. You don't get any heavy weapons with this set, and I know people will moan, like, oh, Mark 4 or Mark 3, you got the heavy weapons things. Yes, but the main focus on Tactical Marines is just the bolt guns. You can get all the heavy weapons and things separately. You'll only need a pack of every heavy weapon, really, to have the whole force. So we should have 4 sprues with 5 Space Marines on each, and each one of these sprues I think is exactly the same as the other one. This is the main sprue for Plastic Horus Heresy for your Space Marines. There's a couple of features that I'm not a big fan of, and I'll talk about that in the review as well, but just from a unboxing perspective, one is that the riveted shoulder pauldrons are all in halves and they have to be glued together and then magically kind of sealed. And then they have to be filed as well. So there's a bit of cleanup there. They're not one shoulder pauldron. I don't know whether they could have even done that, but yeah. On the flip side though, is unlike the Mark 3s, although the power plants don't look as good, they are just one piece. So they're pretty straightforward. The issue you're gonna get is the mold lines along those rivets, along those bands. So it's the power plant and the 2-piece shoulder pauldrons you're going to have the biggest issue with. The helmets are fine, the torsos, the legs, the other shoulder pauldrons, the bolt guns, all those things are excellent. You've got bayonets with this kit. You get the chainsword bayonets, which look great for Death Guard, I might add, on the actual sprues, and the bolt guns, and the different heads. And like the helmetless head and a head where you can put the plume on the main sprue. And this sprue is just kind of duplicated 3 more times, so you've got 4 in total. And then this is the upgrade sprue, and you get 2 of these, so I guess you get 1 per 10. And on this sprue, you've got a power sword, you've got all the normal bayonets, you've got the bolt pistols, the grenades and the pouches, you've got the sergeant weapons, such as the plasma pistol, you've got the Nuncio Vox, you've got the Vexilla, you've got the Lightning Claw and Power Fist. This is quite a nice Power Fist, and you've got different helmetless heads there as well. and a number of grenades and grenade with pouches, and there's a melter bomb there, and these face masks. So that's the upgrade sprue. You get your 20 32mm bases. You're getting your transfer sheet, which mainly has Sons of Horus and Imperial Fists. You've got some Cataphracti Terminator transfers as well, some Praetors and some Praetor Cataphracti Pauldrons, and a load of numerals. Quite a nice transfer sheet, a lot on there. The instruction guide, pretty thin, literally like 3 pages. Goes through pose 1, and then you've got the Nuncio Vox and Vexilla and Legionary. In my experience, you can put them on any, it's fine. It's just a change of the power plant look for either of those two. You've got pose 2. They've gone for the Sergeant with pose 2, but you can have the Sergeant in any of the feat configuration. You've got pose 2B, then you've got pose 3. Again, like I said, you could have the Sergeant in pose 3, pose 4 and pose 5. So they're your 5 Mark 6 Space Marines in their poses. You're going to be duplicating this 4 more times if you want to have 20 Mark 6 Space Marines in a unit. So far, I don't think I've really done that. I think the most I've made is like 10 in one normal tactical unit. The rest I've used for heavy weapon squads and support weapon squads as well. So most of the legions I'm doing probably have different marks where they'll be bumped up in their numbers for different marks. So that's the Mark 6 tactical squad. What do you guys think? Is it your favourite armour out of the 3 that they've done, or are you fervently waiting for potentially Mark 5, or even go back a little bit and do some Crusade armour with the Mark 2? We've already had bits and pieces for Mark 2 in the tank upgrade sprue, and I do think that is a possibility next time around. I think they might continue with Horus Heresy and just go for Mark 5 first, but I hope they do return and create some plastic Mark 2s. Please do put your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below, and why not just leave a comment of your favourite Space Marine mark of armour. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor protects.